Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. Going into the Mondo Mound of Colosseum. I'm really curious of how a bit of the story will change when I try it out again next time. Without recording, on my own time, I want to see how things would turn out if I went all the pure routes. Remembering, choosing Valessa as town leader is the first is the one of the purities. The other one was not being a necromancer, making everyone a seer. Third, choose Draku. Anyways, I guess it's map time. Alright, I guess we're going to main atrium. I enter the Colosseum and quickly scan the area for my friends. A massive flame burns in the center of the room, making the heat even worse. Why, guys? Why? I wonder why they do something like that. This place confuses me sometimes. Draku is nowhere to be seen. Perhaps he's already in his private room. I notice Valessa, Fortame, and Howl standing far away from the flame. Obvious reasons. No sign of anyone else, though. I decide to approach them and ask what's up. They turn to me and smile, while Howl shows the face of complete indifference.
I can't believe how cool this place is. Too bad I can't actually enjoy it. I'm super stressed. I'm really worried that we might lose somebody today.
Have we actually worked out who's fighting? I mean, which of our members are joining Draku's reserve forces? The leader and the champion we know, but what about everyone else?
House steps forward.
Ulrich fights with Vivian. Pro fights with Draku. Vivian's reserve forces are part of his own army. Draku's reserve forces will borrow from our army.
I still wonder how it feels. Probably for story reasons. If I were to choose Draku, we'd have our army with him then. But this way he's looking like a jerk. I don't know. That's probably one of the reasons why I felt like he was the bad side. Because he's going to be using our people. But we'll see how things turn out. I've already been fooled many times before of what I've chosen. What I thought was right turned out wrong. We'll see how things turn out now.
We believe using the Monarch vessels would be the best idea. We wouldn't want to put any more of our main forces at risk. If we win, our allegiance will make this sacrifice worthwhile. It is unfortunate that we will have to kill our own, but we cannot change what Pro has set in motion. All we can do is try to focus on taking Draku's life.
This is just... He looks at me. Why me?
As for Valessa's question, the Monarch will fight among Vivian's reserve forces. It is important for the leader to fight for their beliefs. No delegation at times like this. This means that several of our key members will be put in harm's way.
Yeah, I understand why I'm in there. I mean, I need to be amongst my people. Otherwise I'd be... What kind of ally would I be?
It may be impossible for us to avoid the loss of our reserve forces, but we may be able to win without losing any of our comrades. We must simply focus on the lives of Vivian and Draku.
He crosses his arms, speaking sternly. It is more of a demand than a request.
Do your best to kill Draku before any harm can come to Pro or Ulrich. We have the option to mitigate our losses, so we must take it.
True. No pressure or anything like that.
So you'll be safe, Hal? Along with myself and Fortum? What about Dominic? He ran off with Pro and Ulrich.
I suppose we'll find out. We should head to the private rooms and prepare. The battle will be starting in a matter of minutes.
Delmec ran off with both the champions? That's odd. I guess they've been close friends for a long time, though. Perhaps he just wants a chance to say goodbye to them. The odds of survival for everybody involved were less than stellar. But there was nothing we could do. Everything was put into place.
Let's go ask him ourselves, Monarch. This whole ordeal is kind of confusing. For a while, I was scared I'd have to fight.
Yeah, same. And I was really worried. But now I feel bad that I'm just going to watch. This whole situation is so messed up.
I agree.
It is less than ideal, yes. But we cannot change our circumstances. Let us gather together for last-minute preparations. Only by preparing for the coming storm can we avoid tragedy. If we stand here any longer, the odds of losing our comrades will grow. Do not let the enemy get the upper hand. That has happened enough.
He points to a nearby staircase that must lead to the private room. Yeah, everything was happening so fast. I could use a few moments to plan. One last team huddle before a fight would help. We need to minimize our losses. We need to make it through this without losing Pro or Ulrich. If such a thing is even possible, then we'll find out how to do it. And if it's not, well, I honestly don't know what to do. Well, this area's pretty picked clean of anything we can do. The flame bird's super bright. When the heat fills the entire room, I notice a bunch of paper burning in the base of the fire. A few people who walk by throw some more paper in.
What are they doing?
Oh yes, we read about this in a book. They write who they support on a piece of parchment. When they throw it in, the flame continues to burn.
So the flame is only burning during matches?
Yes, their desire for change is the catalyst. They light these flames with their hope for the future. It is anonymous too, so you can support whoever you wish. After the battle ends, the flame dwindles and turns to ash. A clean slate for the victor. That is what this symbolizes.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Want to get some parchment, Hal?
Sure, if you would like to partake, we can see if the victor lines up with our wishes.
I sure hope so.
Oh, what's this? The door leads to the private rooms where we're supposed to prepare. But we wouldn't have much time to prepare, so we'd be fighting pretty soon. Could I use the Blade of Exodus in combat? Do they even know what it is? That would be unfair. It would be completely unfair. The door leads to the private rooms where we're supposed to prepare. Oh, just either side, it's the same thing. Okay. Hey, Hal, how you doing? Heart to heart with Hal. Hal stands in the middle of the Coliseum lobby, staring deep into the flames. It looks like he's lost in thought. He's whispering to himself, but I'm unable to discern his words. I take slow, continuous steps towards him, cautious as to what he's doing. But, like always, he reacts before I can initiate the conversation.
We knew you'd be there, Monarch.
I take a few steps back and cross my arms. He turns to face me and looks into my eyes. Hey, I wanted to be the first to talk. Anyways, how's it going?
A few steps backward, as always. But away from what? Do you fear us? No, you mustn't. You still choose to talk with us. Join us, and we shall look into the flames together. Like our vision, it is always changing, never the same. We've thought about this a lot since we talked on the boat.
He turns back to face the flames, and I stand by his side. Together, we look into the flames, with the heat assailing us. It feels almost unbearable at first, but I soon get used to it. I don't know. But, you know, story.
I know what you're feeling, Monarch.
Heatstroke?
We felt the same when our vision first went astray, but now we find ourselves asking, is it actually astray? Seeing both the future and the past, is it really bad? For example, we see Draku win the battle, but also Vivian. We see Pro fall, and Ulrich fall. We even see a future where you fall.
To sleep? In love? Off a boat? Oh, you mean battle. Okay.
Instead of seeing only ahead, we see in every direction. It is almost like a natural evolution to the power we hold. If we can learn to control this, it would be a tremendous boon.
Yeah, it would be.
The same goes for the visions of the past. Different outcomes, different information, secrets revealed. What if we could search these alternate paths for information? Let us look at the attack on the Rebel HQ in Mazio. Perhaps a past exists where Damak found out about it. Not useful now, but I think you see what we're suggesting.
It makes sense. He's seeing alternate versions of the past. Perhaps visions exist where information comes to light early. Versions, not visions. If he could learn to control his power, it would help us tremendously. For example, what if a past exists where we didn't bother with Alarenthia? He could search through memories of our attack on Beltaeus and glean information. Perhaps we've even made it far enough to learn the Triumvirate's true identity. But unless he could control this power, I would be useless to it would be useless to spectate. It hurts my head just to think about it. But I've seen alternate futures before firsthand. I have to consider the possibility of alternate pasts as well. It stands to reason. There was no real explanation to either, so both were oddities. The old monarchy had the power of visions, but where did they come from? Hal turned to face me, the flames illuminating his differently colored eyes.
We wish to try to master this ability before the final battle. If we can gain any useful information, it would aid our attack on Baltius, especially if it can help us uncover any traitors within our ranks.
True. Traitors?
The more we think about it, the more it makes sense. In the Rebel HQ, you were as lambs to the slaughter. The Triumvirate must have been tipped off somehow. Rest assured that if there is a traitor, we will find them. After that, their fate and punishment is yours to decide. It is unlikely that Shane is the only turncoat among you.
The thought fills me with fright.
Pro even walks along the path of disloyalty, siding with Draku. And making things more complicated, we will keep a closer eye on him. He's most suspicious.
Would you say the same thing with Ulrich, if we chose Pro's side? I must admit, Pro's actions did confuse me. In fact, everybody in Alarenthia confused me. They treat this Coliseum business like afternoon tea. Like all of this death is just a daily occurrence for them. At least it kept them introverted. The Triumvirate would like that. Those focused on fighting themselves would be less inclined to rebel.
There is more to this story than we know. We hope that in the end, an alliance is formed. We would prefer to leave this nation as soon as possible. An endless cycle of death, creating strength. Each leader falls to someone stronger than themselves. Through death and sacrifice, Alarenthia gains power. We would prefer to gain power through other means. When you rule this world, Monarch, please consider this. Do not walk down a path similar to the Triumvirate.
trying to control people and make them believe a certain way. Just make sure that peace is amongst people, but not to stop people's beliefs. Unless the belief is that people should die for theirs. I don't know. Being a leader is actually pretty dang tough. You can't never make everybody happy, true. But is yours the right decision? Because that's the thing. How many rulers feel like what they felt to be the right thing to do was actually the right thing to do? I feel like... I don't know. Am I even thinking about the right things for a true leader?
The occupation was a prime example of their nature. They kill others to gain strength, to ensure they rule. It would pain us to see you become like that. It truly would.
He stares at the sword on my back.
Because you may follow after them without even knowing it. For now, that is all we have to say. There are no other concerns. Next time we talk, perhaps more will have come to light. At least, we hope.
Me too. I step away, taking his hint. I can see how mastering his new visions would be helpful. But if any traitors are revealed, what would be what is that word? Why was I trying to read it a certain way? That would be devastating. Why was I saying devastating? It's devastating, gosh dang it. These were alternate paths, he said to himself. What if someone is a traitor only in some far-off past? We could end up punishing someone innocent and loyal. His words were as cryptic as always, especially about cycles. I know I wield the Triumvirate's blade, but I am not like them. This cycle of death and tyranny would end by my hand alone. I look back over my shoulder, and he's still staring into the flames. Every time I talk to him, he tells me something new about his powers. As we approached our final battle, however, he'd be more rushed than ever. If there were any secrets to be learned, I trust that he could do it. But as always, a few major questions and themselves at the top of my list. Who was the Triumvirate? Why do they require purity? Are there any traitors? Wait a minute. Why did they require purity? Is this meaning we chose the right path? And is this saying we're choosing wrong path? Now I'm curious out of heck. Just by reading that one line. If we chose to be a pure round story, would we become the Triumvirate, trying to become pure and have things become pure all the way through? Is having a little bit of corruption actually good? Not saying it's the right choices, but just a choice in the fact that it's changing something that is not a set path. What is it? I am getting confused. It seems that Howl would be the key to solving all of these mysteries and more. The power that he saw as a curse was now turning into a bountiful source of hope. That was the miracle of changing views, of curses and your faults become strength. Your curses and your faults become strengths. That's what it meant to say. And if there is anything that would carry us to victory, it would be finding that inner strength. Alright. Private room. I guess next episode is going to be the arena. Because, unless this is like really, really short. The private room is small and cozy. One lone shadow provides... I'm having trouble trying to read, aren't I? One lone window provides a view of the arena. We're all able to fit inside without too much discomfort. Dominic seems to be meditating on an argument between... Yeah, it's meditating. I was wondering... Sometimes I don't read very well sometimes. Dominic seems to be meditating an argument between Ulrich and Pro. They look in my direction as I enter, but quickly get back to business. Given the circumstances, it made sense that Ulrich and Pro were at odds.
Stop being so stubborn, Ulrich! We can do this without killing each other. Just focus on the leader. That's all you need to do.
I don't think you heard me the first time. There's nothing I won't do to secure victory.
It takes heavy steps towards Pro. He does these steps, backing him up against the wall.
That means if I have to kill you, I will. And there's no way you're going to convince me otherwise. The future of my nation is at stake. Your life means nothing to me.
That is so flippin' cold. He steps away, having made his point. Dominic interferes, getting in the way of Ulrich.
Look, we can figure something out. There's no need for either of you to die. I'll be fighting down there too, so...
Ulrich quickly cuts him off.
Stop controlling everything, Dominic. This isn't even your army anymore. You need to start acting that way.
But...
No, this army belongs to the Monarch. He's the one that will be fighting down there. Besides, planning like that is against the rules. It's a fight to the death, no matter what. Conspiring to prevent that displays a lack of honor. I may want to overthrow this tradition, but I won't mock it.
He tilts his head back towards Draku, who stands in the corner of the room.
Mutual respect. That wasn't something I expected, Ulrich. There's nothing I enjoy more than an honorable opponent. It almost makes up for the attempted crashing my ball.
He smirks, a sinister look on his face.
But it doesn't mean I'll go easy on you. Where is Vivian, by the way? Did he run?
No, he's in a separate room. Something about meditating before the fight. I'd leave him be until it's time to do this.
Do you think he's preparing, like, sneaky weapons or something? Because they were mentioning in the... I think 2 to 3, probably 3 episodes ago, where they're talking to me in the marketplace saying that some people can buy and use dishonorable weapons, makeshift weapons. He might be preparing for that. Maybe.
Speaking of which, may I request some time with my comrades? If the battle is starting soon, then some farewells may be in order.
He looks at Pro, as if his words were some sort of threat.
Of course. I didn't mean to intrude. As soon as you're ready, we will begin. I'll be in the lobby while I wait for you all.
Soon after, we're left alone. Just me and my comrades. A tense feeling permeates the air. Things were different now. Even if Ulrich and Pro survived, a rift had grown amongst our ranks. And at this point in time, I'm unsure if we could mend it. I gulp. I don't see why you have to say that, but still. As I wait in silence, and wait for someone to speak. It's Pro. He seems to be acting pretty sensible right now.
Okay, so, let's go over this situation before the fight begins. We need to make sure we understand exactly what's going down. The upcoming alliance will ensure our attack on Balteus hits hard. I'm fighting alongside Draku as his champion. The fight is over if either him or myself fall in combat. Our reserve forces will consist of the Monarch vessels. On the other hand, Ulrich is fighting alongside Vivian as his champion. The Monarch will fight in Vivian's reserve forces alongside his army. It may not be as strong as Draku's, but Vivian isn't about strength. If Draku wins, the nation will stay exactly the same. But if Vivian wins, He will lead Alarinthia in a new direction. Hopefully, one that aligns itself with the new monarchy.
Pro crosses his arms.
Someone will die here today. Either Vivian, Draku, myself, or Ulrich. But these deaths will not be in vain. They will give our army incredible strength. Their lives will help us reshape this world. Or mine. I'm ready to die for this too. We wouldn't stand a chance if we attacked Balteus on our own. An alliance is necessary, and this is the best way we can get it. One life taken here today is worth it to change all of Alestia.
So if Vivian does fall, will Draku and his army actually still help us? I don't know. I mean, since we didn't vote for him or ask him for his help, I'm not sure if he will. But is he?
To finally take this world back from the Triumvirate, you must simply hope that the Monarch made the right choice. If there even is a right choice in this type of situation.
That's the thing, I'm confused. I thought I was in the right choice, but apparently I'm not. Or maybe I am, and I just don't know it. I don't know.
For example, our allegiance with Vivian isn't guaranteed. If Draku wins, he won't offer us his men. We sided against him. That's a good possibility, given his reputation in the Colosseum.
Pro is really taking charge here. That's impressive.
That about sums it up. Me, Ulrich, and the Monarch need to go to the arena. Everyone else will be given seats to watch us fight. If this is the last time I see you all, then goodbye. It was an honor serving you and fighting for freedom. I can only hope that you gain that freedom in the end.
I hope so too for you. He stops talking and stands in the corner of the room, saying nothing. Valessa and Fortame are nodding, as they understand the situation. I could tell they were confused before, so his explanation definitely helped.
I don't have much to say. I just wanted to get rid of Draku. I'm not very good at farewells either, so I won't waste your time. Good luck in the future, all of you. I hope to see you again.
Same. He gives us all a slight bow before returning to another corner. And the thing is, just look at that. That's the same spelling as bow. Bow and bow. He gives us a slight bow. What, are we going to use the bow in combat or something? Anyways. This leaves me with Howl, Dominic, Valessa, and Fortune.
The Monarch vessels are already waiting by the arena. I'll take everyone to our seats so we can watch you fight. I guess it's on you now, Monarch. Head to the arena.
Do you really need to rush into it like this? Can't you take some time to prepare? Then train?
That would be impossible. Alarinthia takes these battles very seriously. Delaying it would insult the honor of all participants.
Screw honor then! I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet. There's still so much we need to do.
I shake my head. There's no point in trying to delay this. Whatever happened, happened. I wouldn't be the tipping point.
Then don't say goodbye. Simply hope that he survives this battle. Cheer him on from the sidelines. Support him.
I guess that's all we can really do. Things will work out for the best. I know it. We're due for some good luck by now.
Yeah.
Should we go take our seats?
Yeah, we probably should. Monarch? Good luck.
Thank you. He smiles at me before leaving the room. I guess not treating this as a goodbye helped them. It made them feel like they'd be seeing us all again. I wish I could guarantee that. I really do. Valessa, Fortame, and Howl soon follow suit. I'm left here with Ulrich and Pro. They're silent. There's no point in bickering at the gates of death. Perhaps they've simply accepted what's coming. This battle would start when I went into the arena. The battle that decided the fate of the nation. and by extension, the fate of our entire world. This was the first time I felt the weight of my role. I'm the monarch. I'm shaping a world that I'll go on to rule. That is, if I survive the battle in the Colosseum and in Balteus. It was time to take charge. I'd go to the arena and end this. Whether I lived or died, I'd make my mark upon this world. Now there's things here, so I'll probably end this here. Not probably, I will. As you can see, I'm clicking the save button as we speak right now. And we'll go to the arena in the next one. This is very long. But I'm enjoying it. And I'm glad you guys are too. So, thank you guys for stopping by. And until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.